All right, let's check in now with that forecast. So it's hot, it's humid. It feels very humid, actually, Brad. Very muggy.
It feels sticky even in the studio.
Yes,
So I don't know
yes.
what's going on with the AC in here, but it seems like we've been saturated in here. Now, the rain has come to an end. Now, this is the good news. All the rain across the area completely done, but we're still seeing some runoff in these creeks and streams. Remember, the water's got to go from the road to the storm drain to the creek to the bigger creek, then to the river. So we're going to see water levels quite high. So be careful tomorrow, especially on the greenways. A lot of debris on those flooded areas. Now, clouds tonight are beginning to thin out as well, because a lot of folks are going to go on check those Perseid meteor shower out tonight, which is really between midnight and sunrise. So the later tonight, the better they are, but also the clearer the sky should get by tomorrow morning. It is muggy out there, but temperatures are warm as well, in the 70s. Now, I got some late video tonight that actually happened before the storm hit, and it's one of the coolest pieces of video that I've gotten in a long time. I got this from a viewer who was out actually at the airport. Their daughter was actually at the airport and caught this dust devil spinning up on the airport property from the overlook, and with the lightning in the background in the storm. Now, this is not a tornado. This is a dust devil. Dust devils form when the ground is really warm and hot and you get the right kind of winds to start it rotating. And we were 95 degrees at the airport before that storm hit. And I actually think some of the urban heat island, that heat over the city, allowed for that storm to explode. But that is a pretty awesome piece of video that just happened to catch out at the airport. You might also catch something pretty cool tonight as well. If you're up early in the morning or even late tonight, the Perseid meteor shower peaks tomorrow morning and again Friday morning, 2 hours before sunrise, the best time. There's no particular direction. Straight up's your best bet. That's where the darkest part of the sky is. And there could be several meteors per hour, depending on how much light pollution, 20 to 30 closer to the city, maybe up to 80 in the darkest spots, but I think 50 is probably going to be your best bet out away from the city. Now, current heat index out there, it's pretty soupy, as we mentioned. Feels like it's in the mid 60s, and skies will clear. So I think by tomorrow morning, we should have enough breaks. You could see some meteors. So just give yourself some time. Tomorrow afternoon, another round of afternoon and evening storms. Maybe not as strong as they were today, but it's going to be pretty hot the next few days. Mid 90s still in the afternoons, but those afternoon storms are going to be a recurring theme even into the start of the weekend. So the rain chances over the next 5 days, some of the heaviest rain that we've seen in quite some time. And every single day, the rain chances start to ramp up a little bit more, that by Sunday and Monday, we're in that 50 to 60% range. And the reason we're going to see more rain is partly because of a stalled front, but eventually the remnants of Fred, which doesn't look like much now. It got torn apart tonight over those big mountains of Hispaniola. It's actually down to a tropical depression, but there's a good chance it could regain some strength, though it could struggle for the next couple of days until it gets west of Florida. Now, I don't anticipate this to be a big storm, and it's really not about wind or storm surge. It's about rain with this system. That moisture is going to get pulled north and eventually move into the Carolinas. But what's going to happen at the same time, high pressure off the East Coast, stalled front to our north, is going to allow for all the tropical moisture even way ahead of this system to produce rainfall. So even without Fred, we're going to have a soggy week next week. Fred's going to kind of supercharge this and add more moisture. In fact, by the time it moves to our west or in the middle of next week, we could see 6 to 10 inches of rain across the Carolinas. And let me quickly show you what that's going to look like. So there's the system, kind of falls apart, doesn't look like much, tries to regain strength. The bigger picture here is how much moisture gets thrown up into the Carolinas, and the flow around this system interacting with the mountains, in particular, the southeast facing slopes, could produce some super heavy rain Tuesday, Wednesday, into Thursday. So if you live in those areas, the foothills, Northwest Piedmont, Unifor region, be ready. We could be in store for a very wet pattern, really starting late this weekend. But as I extend the 7-day out to 10, all that rain next week is going to be a real mess around here with heavy downpours through the middle of the week and highs only in the mid 80s. We'll be right back.